Temperatures, they are cold. We're talking about a couple single digits, but mostly teens out there, looking at 12 degrees towards Rangeley, 16 in Portland, and 12 in Sanford. We aren't having too much of a wind right now coming out of the west, but as we head throughout today, cold front 1 already passed, and the second cold front's going to continue to bring us some windier conditions and wind chills in the single digits. You see, it feels like 9 degrees right now in towards Portland, 1 below in Sanford, and 7 in Naples. That will actually continue as we head throughout today. Here's that first cold front that is now offshore, and a second one is going to sweep right through us, which is going to bring another round of cold air ushered into Maine. Here's a look at the greater Portland 12-hour forecast. 19 degrees through 6 a.m., 24 degrees through noontime. Winds coming out of the west, and as they do pick up, that's where we'll have our wind chill values continuing to feel in the single digits. By 8 a.m. feeling like 5 degrees. You see that dip right around sunrise, and then we're going to feel like 5 below in Rangeley, 3 below in Greenville, 11 in Wisconsin. Heading through the morning, we will see the double digits, but for the most part, it's going to be a pretty cold day out there. And then as you are picking up your kids from school, heading home, we will certainly be cold once again. So be sure to grab the gloves, the hat, all of the layers. And hey, if you're heading to weather at your school, which is where Ted McInerney is, be sure to also grab all your layers. He'll be meeting you there in Harrison very soon. Take a look at the 8-day forecast. Temperatures, they continue to be pretty cold into your Wednesday, and then a chance for some flurries as we head towards Thursday, that Wednesday into Thursday time period, and then one more mild day by Thursday, and then we dip right back into more cold conditions as we head towards the weekend. Bitter cold single digits as your high temperature on Saturday. We will be looking at the National Weather Service to potentially issue a cold weather advisory with wind chills below 0. Here's a look at that total storm tracker that today remained mostly clear, but the clouds do begin to build. Tomorrow, a pretty nice day to start, and then we will see some snow showers being ushered in later on your Wednesday and overnight into Thursday, so there will be a chance for some slick spots Thursday morning, and then a couple more snow showers throughout the day on Thursday. Friday looks pretty nice there, but overall over the next couple days, looking at less than 2 inches of snow across the board, heading towards down east Maine, potential for 2 to 4 inches there. With a look at the 8-day inland forecast, 1, but wind chill values in the single digits. Cold front 1 pushed through, and we have another one, which is going to be ushering in even colder weather as we approach throughout the week. Let's talk about teens in Portland. Rockland coming in 19 degrees right now in Portsmouth, New Hampshire at 17 degrees. But this is how it feels like heading out the door. We're feeling at 4 in Freiburg, 1 below in Sanford, 7 through Augusta. Taking a look at satellite and radar, obviously nice and clear. We had lots of photos being sent to us for the Aurora Borealis, those northern lights. We had that G4 severe storm. So, hey, if you have any of those photos, send that over to us. I just uploaded an article to WMTW.com to show you some of those photos, so be sure to take a look at that. They are pretty awesome. All right, 12-hour forecast. We're only going to stay in the teens and a couple 20s for today. Clouds will build as we head towards the afternoon, but overall high temperatures across the board. 25 in Portland, 26 towards Wiscasset, teens towards the mountains, and then 8 degrees in Rangeley. Maybe if you're hitting the slopes, an extended weekend there, it's going to be very cold. You notice that as we head throughout the day, winds are going to be coming out of the west, and then the wind chill values will remain pretty low. Take a look at your weather headlines as we head throughout the next couple of days. I promise the 8-day forecast does have one singular day above freezing, and hey, it's going to look much better before we get cold once again. We'll talk about that coming up in a couple minutes. All right, let's take a look at traffic now. You notice downtown Portland, not too bad. As we do zoom out the picture, no accidents, no delays to let you know about. That's some good news there. And just take a look at a couple of our road cameras. Could be a little slick as we had some blowing snow overnight, but overall all smooth sailing. As we take a look at the drive times, all in the green, Jess and Terry. We'll talk about the forecast coming up.
All right, Victoria, thanks.